I wanted to make some homemade bread for the first time, so I looked online at a bunch of different recipes and came up with a really easy one. And I wanted to do all whole wheat. I know some of the recipes said you could do half whole wheat and half regular flour, but I chose to do the all whole wheat. So I started off with 4 cups of the whole wheat flour. I mixed it with 1 package of the fast rising instant yeast. I've never bought this before, but it comes in a pack of 3 for like a little over $1. So that's pretty cool. So you just cut 1 pack, and then you have all of the extra for next time. So you can use fast rising, or you can use the regular rising yeast. The regular kind, I think you have to proof the dough for like 12 hours, or it's several hours. So the fast rising, the recipe that I found online, you only have to proof your dough for, it said 20 minutes. I ended up doing it for about 30 minutes. So all you do, this was so easy. You mix 4 cups of the whole wheat flour in a bowl, 1 package of your fast rising instant yeast, and half a teaspoon of salt. So then you mix all of those dry ingredients together, and then you add in 2 cups of warm water. And you don't want the water to be too hot because it will actually kill the yeast and make it not activate. So just kind of warm water or even room temperature water. So 2 cups of that, you mix it all together, and then you cover it with saran wrap. And some recipes I saw said to cover for let it sit for 2 hours. This particular one that I found online was the quick recipe, said to only cover it for 20 minutes. So I actually did 30 minutes. And a lot of the recipes, you cover the bowl that you mix it in and you let it rise, and then you pour it into your container. This particular recipe, super easy. You mix it into your bowl. You actually pour it into your pan. This is a 12-inch baking pan that I chose to use. You could also use a Dutch oven or any kind of a big round pot with a lid on it. I chose to go this route, just a 12-inch baking pan. So after I mixed it all together, I poured it into this. And even though this is non-stick, I did kind of coat the bottom with a little butter just for the flavor. So then once you put that in there and you spread it out to fit your pan, cover it with saran wrap, and then that's when you set your timer to let it proof. So I did 30 minutes, let it proof. And if you add it directly to your pan like this, it will rise just a little, and that's pretty much how the size of your bread once the proofing is over. So then you preheat your oven to 390 degrees. You bake it after it has sat and proofed for 30 minutes. You bake it at 390 degrees for 40 minutes. Another thing I saw online, they talked about how it's really important to score your bread with a knife before you bake it. So cut your little lines in it. You can do decorations or any kind of scoring that you want, but it said if you did not do that, there's no way for the steam to escape, and it will not rise as high, and then it messes with the texture on the inside too. So here's what I did. I actually scored a little heart in the middle with my knife before I baked it. And then I also scored a little line here and a little line here to let the steam escape. Okay, so here is what it came out to look like after 40 minutes. And it smells amazing. It smells amazing in our home. Here's the bottom. It's nice and brown. I think next time I will try to just do the round, like an artisan kind of rustic looking loaf, and just bake it in a round container, a round pot. But let's cut into this and see what it looks like. Okay, after I cut into this, I just cut a little piece off. It looks good on the inside. It looks moist. It's kind of crusty on the outside, like I like. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little taste. Oh, that's really good. It tastes just like store-bought, but better. And I actually whipped up a little sweet butter with a little sugar and cinnamon, like they do at Texas Roadhouse. I'm going to try a little of that. And this is the real butter. This kind was actually unsalted. But let's taste that. Really good. Really, really good. Okay. I will be making this again. Easy whole wheat homemade bread with only flour, an instant yeast packet, salt, and water. And I also saw where you could add a little honey to your mixture if you want to do that, but I just wanted the plain flavor. It is really good. Look out, Aunt Bee. April is in Mayberry now. All right, I'm going to go eat.